After taking leave of Sita, Hanuman sat for a while on the top of the garden wall and began to think. What can I do to put courage into Sita and some fear into Ravan and his friends, to shake their arrogant confidence? It would be good to leave them some souvenir of my visit, some indication of what the future has in store for them. It is clear I must instill some fear into Ravan to prevent him from troubling Sita in the meantime. Fear is the only argument demons understand. Ravan has untold wealth, and one cannot separate his friends from him. Hence conciliation, bribery, and sowing discord are useless in this case. I should therefore do something terrible to frighten them and warn them not to ill-treat Sita. Yes, I must do this before I go away. At once he began to grow, and he assumed a huge form and began to lay waste the grove. Trees fell cracking to the ground, bowers collapsed, pools and artificial hills were disfigured and destroyed. The beautiful Ashok Park soon became a mass of ruin, from which the deer and the birds fled in fear. The slumbering Rakshasis woke up and were bewildered to see this frightening sight. Hanuman sat on top of the wall of the garden, a huge figure of wrathful menace, waiting for the answer to his challenge. The Rakshasis quaked with terror at the sight of the stranger, and some ran to tell Ravan the news. Some approached Sita and asked,
"How did this huge monkey come here? You should know who he is. Did he say anything to you? Tell us the truth. Do not be afraid to speak out."
Sita said, "How do I know what can happen in this spellbinding world of Rakshasas? This monkey is probably one of the Rakshasas, and you are likely to know more about him than I." The Rakshasas fled in fear from the park and reported to Ravan what had happened.
"O king, a huge monkey, terrible to look at, has laid waste the royal garden. It was in secret talk with Sita."
Of course they failed to add that they had fallen asleep, and thus gave a chance for Sita to talk to the monkey. They added,
"We tried our best to get some information from Sita. We asked her who he was and how he came there and what he told her. She refused to answer. You should seize and slay that creature, but send someone strong. The beautiful grove is completely devastated, except for the Simsupa tree under which Sita is seated. Its spreading branches have suffered no damage. The monkey which laid waste the pools and bowers has spared the habitation of Sita. There must be a reason for this. We suspect that this is not an ordinary wild animal. It must have been sent by some enemy of yours, either Indra or Kubera. Or could it have anything to do with Ram? How did this monkey dare to talk to Sita? He must be a messenger from Ram. Send your warriors to capture this terrible beast."
Ravan was furious on hearing that his favorite park, set apart for his queens, had been destroyed. His eyes glowed like twin torches, and hot tears rolled down from them like drops of burning oil. He turned to the bodyguard standing beside him, ever eager to do his bidding, and ordered them at once to go and destroy the monster monkey. A strong force started to execute the king's commands, armed with maces and spears and other weapons.